Will I spend my time snorkeling along just under the skin of the sea?
Hi, I'm Cody.
And I'm Charlie.
And this week's episode of WX4 features
Jay Gonzalez, who sings about origami. Tennis racket?
Bingo. How did you know that?
Welcome to the show, Jay Gonzalez.
Thanks, Charlie. Cody.
How you doing?
We'll get started right away with the question.
All right. Where was your first gig? Wow. See, this is my I can't remember past last week. Let me see. So my first I can remember an early gig. I don't know if it's my first one, but my high school band Fallacy played at I think it was like, he wasn't one of my teachers, but he was a social studies teacher, had a party, and we all played there. Fallacy played.
Did you go to the Fallacy show last night?
Yeah, it was cool. It was probably mostly the teachers' friends. It wasn't even like, I don't even know how many of our friends actually went to it. But, we did kind of the standard rock and roll stuff that you do when you play in a high school band, had fun. And then I think he wrote us a check, and it was just like this amazing moment of, oh my God, so it was a lot of fun. I can't remember much. I remember we played A Girl Like You by the Smithereens and a few other ones. And so yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was like pro, we got paid.
Cool.
You play guitar?
You got a check.
Yeah, play guitar.
And you ended the night with a check.
Yeah, it was heavy.
That's really pro of you.
And then that was the last time we got paid for playing for probably until a few years ago. Yeah. Until I joined the Truckers. Yeah.
Well, speaking of, when did you join the Truckers?
2008.
2008, so 10 years ago. Okay. How often do y'all gig?
Pretty often. I don't know the yearly average or anything like that, but basically we tour 2 or 3 weeks at a time and then take about the same time off, and then go back out again. So
yeah, I heard the era of we're going on the road for 6 months. Those days are kind of over.
Yeah, I mean, we all have kids and families, and so it's it's kind of like you start kind of losing everything perspective around 3.5 weeks in, or I do anyway, and I think
so y'all know just because y'all have done it.
Yeah, they
2 or 3 weeks, we're back.
Yeah, they've been doing it for so long, and they used to do that where they go out for a few months at a time and just take off, but I think they learned that was it's better to kind of just if you can shorten it, and we're fortunate to be able to do that. So
before you joined the Truckers, did you tour a lot with other bands? Or?
I toured some with the Possibilities, and then the first band we moved here with Love Apple, we toured quite a bit in the late 90s. But yeah, Possibilities, we would tour a few weeks every year or something like that. And so, but right before, I didn't really tour a lot. Right before I joined the band. So
we ask a lot of people this, but how did you end up here in Athens?
Oh, in Athens.
Yeah, not here.
I drove. I took the loop. I was in a band called Love Apple with a bunch of friends from upstate New York, Fredonia, New York, a state university school.
That's
there.
Where you're from, right?
And I'm from right north of the city in Somers, New York. But this is way western, between Buffalo and the Pennsylvania border, right on Lake Erie, 2 miles off of Lake Erie. Okay. And beautiful, beautiful place. Just frigid in the winter, obviously, but that was good for studying and keeping busy and stuff. So we played in a band there, and then a good friend of ours who was dating our singer moved to Athens, and so we all moved here. For about 6 months, we were supposed to move here as a group, and it took time. We kind of came down. Someone graduated, moved down, and we came down a few months at a time. And then we played for a few years together and stuff. And then most of us are living here. Chris moved back to New York, but yeah. So and then kind of stayed. I met my wife pretty soon after I moved here, so we've I knew I was going to be sticking around. So
yeah.
Well, I was thinking about it. I play guitar and keys, and I'm sure you probably dabble on bass as well and everything else. I know I have times and it changes, but do you have a preferred instrument that you know?
Yeah, I think like you're saying, I think it goes back and forth. It's whichever one I'm not playing a lot of at the time is kind of becomes my favorite. Like,
right.
because it's like you're spreading what you can do over a few different things. The only downside is you can't really get as good as you want on one of them. I feel like you're not, or I feel like I can't really focus enough on one. So you just try to, keep a basic level on the two different ones, and sort of, I feel like it's kind of like this. You get a little better at one and try to just slowly keep it afloat. So
it helps with songwriting.
Well,
it
I was
helps a
about to
lot.
say
I mean,
that,
and
yeah.
I will like alternate, when writing songs, and also sometimes like take a guitar song and put it onto keyboards or vice versa.
Yeah.
A lot of times it makes the guitar parts more interesting if I take a piano part and sort of transpose it to guitar.
So how long were you in Athens before you joined up with the Truckers?
I guess about 13 years. It was I moved here in 95 and 2008 when I joined. So
Okay, how did that happen?
well, I'd known Patterson for years through different bands we both played in, and through work the Hi-Hat Club and stuff like that. We both play there, and he worked there and stuff. So yeah. So we would we were always kind of keeping an eye on each other's bands and playing with a lot of the same friends and stuff like that. I played in this band, The Possibilities, and our drummer played on the first two Trucker albums, Matt Lane, and all those guys played with Patterson way back before the Truckers, and so so it's it's kind of an incestuous scene here. So we
Was it just like, hey, I need some stuff recorded on a song to begin with?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
how did that
It was funny. It was like on a Halloween show, and my friend band The Shut Ups were backing up, doing kind of a karaoke thing.
Okay.
And so so he was doing Little Red Riding Hood, and he was dressed up like a wolf, and I was doing Pressure by Billy Joel and dressed up in a suit and tie, and then he took me outside and he was just like, do you want to play with the band, do some shows and stuff?
Right.
And so it was this surreal moment where we're both decked out in our Halloween costumes. I think he's like, man, I don't like Billy Joel, but man, I thought that was great. You want to join me? And it was a cool thing. We've since talked about it, but as far as the Billy Joel thing, which is kind of funny, it's been so. I started playing with his solo act, playing with him a little bit there, and then started touring with the band.
Okay.
So before that, was there? I mean, you were in a bunch of bands, but what was the main one?
Well, The Possibilities was probably the
That
main
was
one for the longest stretch, and Love Apple was at the beginning, and then I was in a band called Nutria afterwards. So, those three, and then a few other bands along the way as well. So,
Can they find any of that music?
yeah. I think a good bit of it is up on all the streaming stuff. I know The Possibilities Way Out album's up there, and the Nutria album's up there, and then I have I've got a couple of solo things up as well from kind of post that period. I started doing my own stuff around the time I joined the Truckers and stuff. And then I've been doing a lot of like cover stuff on the rooftop of the Georgia Theater,
Right, that's what I've been seeing.
doing a lot of like 60s, 70s, 80s covers there up there, sort of AM radio kind of stuff. So, and I've been doing that every summer for the last 4 summers, and that's been a lot of fun.
So, well, I mean, obviously you've been probably all over the country gigging at this point. What sticks out to you? What can't you wait to get back for? Back
Oh,
to?
it's tough. I never know. I like I'm trying to think. I mean, I like going to I like Chicago. I like San Francisco. I like going up to New York and playing and seeing my family and friends and stuff up there. But yeah, there's a bunch of different places. It's I can't think of a good one place. I mean, I really.
Well, do you actually have time to go see stuff when you go?
Yeah, for
or is it
sure.
just to play the gig, go.
No, we do. I like, and I also like Denver, Colorado is fun. Good food, and I enjoy playing there and stuff.
Does the band do something together? Like, hey, when we go there, remember we go skiing together, or we all go fishing. Do y'all ever do that?
Yeah, we
Or is
do.
it
Yeah, we eat. We go to.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're not much
place.
on the sports kind of end of it. I mean, a
We
few
all
folks
go
run
bear
like
hunting together.
yeah. No, it's like like I see the Future Birds, and they're like, they're like, we found this swimming hole. I'm like, man, we won't find this. We don't go, 20 feet away, but we do have like special like restaurants in different towns
yeah.
that we really like, and we'll go and eat together, and then so it's mostly eating and playing music, which is kind of my dream, really. So
Yeah.
Exactly. It's funny you said that, because as soon as you said it, I remembered Newt had told me, you know, when he was on the road with you guys, he was like, eating dinner is a big deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It is a big deal.
Yeah, we had a lot of
You
good. I
gotta make
remember
sure
a
it's good.
lot of happy family meals with Newt and the whole crew.
Well, man, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
my
coming out
pleasure.
today.
Thanks so much for having me, man.
Before
Yeah,
we
thank you,
close it
thank
all
you.
out, is there anything you want to say about your performance today of open parentheses, I wanna close parentheses, hold you?
Nothing except that I think that's a great title. I really like. I'm proud of the title. I'm proud of the parentheses in there. And
I love it.
And yeah, it's just a short, simple love song I wrote for my wife years and years ago. And it'll be on my upcoming album, Back to the Hive, which is not done yet, but it'll be on there. I'm we're hoping to finish by the end of the year. Okay. So yeah, and then jaygonzalez.com is where you can kind of find all my stuff. So.
www.jaygonzalez.com. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Up next is his performance of I Wanna Hold You.
I wanna hold you. I wanna hold you till you come. I wanna fold you up like origami and hold you in my palm. I wanna hold you. I wanna hold you on the line. I wanna cradle you across my shoulder. Babble till your crying's over and you fall asleep to the busy signal whine. I wanna hold you. I wanna hold you to your word. I wanna fly with you across the border.